Hello, this is English Grammar Lesson Series and you will learn all about direct and indirect or reported speech. This is also called narration because we narrate or tell something to somebody. This topic is quite long and will take enough time. So, I'll cover it in 3 lessons or 3 videos. This is the first lesson. Here you can watch what is direct and indirect speech, changes that take place while converting direct into indirect speech, tense changes in detail with examples, other verb form changes with examples, when there is no change in tense changes in short to memorize. Then there will be a practice exercise which will be discussed. Let's begin. There are 2 ways to say what someone else said. Suppose I want to tell you what he said. First method is direct speech. By using this method, I'll quote his exact words. Like this, he said, I am playing cricket. You can see his exact words are enclosed within inverted commas. In this sentence, he said is reporting clause, I am playing cricket is reported speech, said is reporting verb, and am is reported verb. We usually don't use speaker's exact words while telling someone what he said. Rather, we use another method which is known as indirect speech. By this method, I'll say, he said that he was playing cricket. No inverted commas are used in this method. Let's see the different changes that take place while changing direct to indirect speech. This is also called narration. For this, we'll take an example. In direct speech sentences, Divya said, my mother is coming today. And in indirect speech, the same sentences, Divya said that her mother was coming that day. Here, we have added that, removed commas, and there are also some word changes. To put them in steps, we can say, remove punctuation marks, only full stop or period will stay. Number 2, use connective, which is that here. We have used that to connect the reporting clause and the reported speech. Number 3, change pronouns. Here, we have changed my into her. Number 4, change tense. Is changed into was here. Number 5, change time and place expressions. Here, today is changed into that day. Now, we'll study these steps one by one in detail. First of all, we'll take tense changes. This is also called backshift of tenses. You can understand these tense changes easily with the help of examples. First, while changing from direct into indirect speech, simple present tense is changed into simple past tense. Example, he said, I play football is changed into he said that he played football. Here play is changed into played. Second, present continuous tense is backshifted to past continuous tense. Example, he said she is playing football. Indirect speech is he said that she was playing football. Is playing is changed into was playing. Number 3, present perfect tense is changed into past perfect tense. She said, I have finished my work. She said that she had finished her work. Here, have finished is changed into had finished. Next, present perfect continuous tense into past perfect continuous tense. Example, she said, he has been waiting for an hour. She said that he had been waiting for an hour. Here, has been waiting is backshifted to had been waiting. If you want to study any of these tenses in detail, I have separate videos on each tense, and the link of playlist of these tenses is given above. Next tense change is from simple past into past perfect tense. Example, he said, Jenny played in the playground. He said that Jenny had played in the playground. Here, played is converted into had played. Next, past continuous into past perfect continuous. Example, she said, I was watching a movie. She said that she had been watching a movie. Here, was watching is converted into had been watching. Next, past perfect tense. There is no change in this tense. Example, she said Remo had walked to the park. She said that Remo had walked to the park. Here, had walked remains same in both the speeches. There is also no change in past perfect continuous tense. Example, they said she had been teaching for 2 years. They said that she had been teaching for 2 years. Had been teaching remains the same in the two sentences. In sentences with simple future tense, will is converted into would. For example, he said, Rima will go to Switzerland. He said that Rima would go to Switzerland. In future continuous tense sentences, will be changes into would be. Example, Divya said, I will be cooking food. This sentence is transformed into Divya said that she would be cooking food. In future perfect sentences, will have changes into would have. Example is, John said, Mickey will have washed the car. Indirect speech, John said that Mickey would have washed the car. In sentence with future perfect continuous tense, will have been changes into would have been. For example, she said, I will have been writing a letter. In indirect speech, this sentence is, she said that she would have been writing a letter. There are some other verb form changes in narration. First is, can changes into could in indirect speech. Example, she said, I can lift this bag. She said that she could lift that bag. Could remains as it is. Example, he said, David could win the quiz competition. In indirect speech, the same sentences. He said that David could win the quiz competition. Next is have to changes into had to. Example, she said, I have to complete my work. She said that she had to complete the work. Must changes into had to or it remains as it is. Example, she said, I must go to the doctor. She said that she had to go to the doctor, or you can say she said that she must go to the doctor. Modal verb may transforms into might. Example, he said she may come here. Indirect speech, he said that she might come here. Might remains as it is. Look at this example. He said, it might rain tomorrow. And in indirect speech, the sentence is, he said that it might rain the next day. Modal verb shall changes into should, like in this example. She asked, "Shall I open the door?" In indirect speech, it changes into she asked if she should open the door. Should remains as it is in indirect speech. Example, he said, "I should call her." He said that he should call her. Now see when there is no change in tense. First, proverbs. Example, my father said, "Health is wealth." Indirect speech, my father said that health is wealth. Is remains as it is. There is no change in the tense. In universal truths also, the tense doesn't backshift. Example, the teacher said, "The earth revolves around the sun." Indirect speech, the teacher said that the earth revolves around the sun. Next is habitual actions. While reporting habitual actions in indirect speech, tense doesn't change. Example, he said, "My mother goes for a walk every morning." He said that his mother goes for a walk every morning. Tense doesn't change even when reporting verb is in present tense. Example, Jimmy says, "Rakhi teaches in a school." Indirect speech, Jimmy says that Rakhi teaches in a school. Tense remains the same here. To memorize all these changes, you can see them in short here. If reporting verb is in past, change tense in the reported speech. Change simple present into simple past. Simple past into past perfect. Is, am or are into was or were. Has or have into had. May into might. Can into could. Will, would and shall into should. There is no change for past perfect or past perfect continuous tense. Also, there is no change of tense in proverbs, habitual actions or universal truths. This is a practice exercise. You have to change direct speech into indirect speech. Here I'll discuss only about tense changes. For other changes, you can watch my 2 more videos on direct indirect speech. Their link is given below in the description box. Number 1. Ben said, "I am leaving for London." Here, after backshift of tense, the sentence will be Ben said that he was leaving for London. Number 2. Jimmy said, "She has finished her food." This sentence will change into Jimmy said that she had finished her food. Has finished will change into had finished. Number 3. He said, "I will be there on Sunday." Its indirect speech is he said that he would be there on Sunday. Will changes into would. Megha said, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." This is a proverb and there is no change in tense in proverbs. So its indirect speech is Megha said that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Number 5. Tim says, "I can speak French." The introducing verb here is in present tense, so no tense change, and the answer is Tim says that he can speak French. Number 6. He said, "We went out yesterday." Its indirect speech is he said that they had gone out yesterday. Went changes into had gone. Number 7. My mother said, "You should go to bed early." Its indirect speech is my mother said that I should go to bed early. Should remains as it is. Number 8. Neeta said, I can solve this problem. Indirect speech is Neeta said that she could solve that problem. Can changes into could. You can also see the answers here. That's all for this lesson. Try to do some more practice exercises to have a full command over these changes. In the next lesson, we'll discuss some more changes that take place while converting direct into indirect speech. Happy English learning. Bye.